But it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Time with Kareem Hunt, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at... And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and
a good pickup there at 22. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one on that last run. He's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a foot.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And this passing game, his whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jameis again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
At the 44-yard
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And 3 yards to go.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Rodgers now on first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
To number 80.
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Bears, nothing.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Bears. 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Check my neck.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Desmond King making the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw, Winston. Complete, Jefferson to target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. To the air again with Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get that.
They'll throw again. Winston. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
And on 1st down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 6-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you meant.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
15-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Winston going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man open. That's Harry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
For first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reyes. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
Taken down.
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 50. Check 50. Come on. Sunday. 56 to Mike, boys.
From the gun, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught by Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, it's Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Complete to Kareem.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 52, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
Now Winston. He's going to try and go deep again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Darnell Mooney.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Come to
Working out of the gun. Winston. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Here we go.
A 6-yard loss.
Here comes the Bears punter now. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Over here. Hey, 626.
On second down, it's Hunt. They find some open field here. 31 yards there, the first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to beat.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here, hold in. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Third down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Medina. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jameis again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash, this from 53. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. 3 buds.
Rodgers looking to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, he gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Devin White on the tackle.
To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
10-10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they